Hello, this is Jerry Garrettson, Tabia Law, and I want to talk briefly today about the Constitution and immigration. And let me go ahead and read this real quick, and then we'll get started. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. I want to read the Constitution. So here's my little handy pocket edition of the U.S. Constitution. Of course, the section that touches on immigration is Article 1, Section 8 in clause number 4. Actually, this is 4A, because you talk about bankruptcy in Part B of that clause. However, it covers both at the end. I'm not a grammar specialist, but anyways, let's go ahead and look at this. So if you do have your Constitution with you, you can open it up with me. On mine, it's page 6, but it's not the page number. It's Article 1, which of course speaks to, or it covers the legislative branch, Congress, and the Senate. Article 2 is the executive branch, the president. And Article 3 speaks to the Supreme Court and the lower courts. And of course, that's the basics of our government, the three branches, separate but equal, each kind of a check and balance on each other and working together so we can form a more better union, have a country that can run itself, a republic that will have success and prosperity for the citizens. Botched that. For the people. And we'll have mechanisms in place to protect the people, the country, and at the same time give them freedoms to run their lives, individualism. And of course, we've been around for less than 300 years. 1776 was a Declaration of Independence, and it's the quote is, it's a great country if you can keep it, right? And I'm paraphrasing, and we're doing our best to keep it. So here we are. So Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4, to regulate, I'm sorry, that's not it. Okay, so I have the Commerce Clause underlined because in law school you had to know the Commerce Clause, but that's a whole different story. So that's Clause 3, but we're interested in the paragraph 4, okay, which is to establish a uniform rule of naturalization. That's it. That's it. So you got 7 letters in the whole Constitution. I think that's the only section that touches on immigration. I'll have to double check that. So 7 letters that touches on immigration. Of course, if you continue to read the B part of paragraph 4 is and uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcies. Okay, so they're adding that in. That's nothing to do with immigration law throughout the United States. So if you wanted to drop that and say to establish a uniform rule of naturalization throughout the United States, you need to have 11 words. Or we can just say 7 that specifically touches on immigration. To establish a uniform rule of naturalization. Okay, what's a uniform rule? What's uniform? Uniform, we can do a study on this if we want. Orderly. The Bible speaks of our God as orderly and decently in order, right? Likes things to be done correctly and right. Um, Uniform. Interesting. So it's left up to the court, the legislators, to tell us what orderly means. And I'm sure, I haven't looked at this yet, I think it'd be fascinating to go back and look at the history of these 7 words and to find out how the executive branch, or all 3 branches, how they deal with these 7 words, how the Congress, the House of Representatives, and Senate deal with to regulate commerce. I'm sorry, Commerce Clause again. I gotta get rid of those underlines. To establish a uniform rule of naturalization. And not just recently, but all through the history from when this Constitution was written and ratified, right? 1787. The country was, independence was declared 1776. 1787 was when the Constitution was ratified. 1790, I might be mixing this up a little bit. 1790 is when we got the Bill of Rights, so the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Anyways, how Congress deals with Article 1, how Article 2, the President, the executive branch, how they've dealt with those 7 words from George Washington all the way to our current president, how the Supreme Court and the lower courts have dealt with these 7 words throughout history, from 1787, the establishment of the Constitution, or it'd be interesting, let's just go to 1776 and whatever kind of systems that we had going on at that time. Predates the Constitution. I'm sure we had a court system of some kind, right? So it'd be fascinating to do a study just on that, just to see what the throughout history, what all 3 branches, what their opinion, what their view, what their findings, what the rules, what law came from those 7 words in the Constitution. I want to be done there. That'd take us a long time, but that'd be fascinating. And so anyways, we'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a great night, and thank you so much.